Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hurricanes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, give on the inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Dropping back, it's Flanagan. Grabs it in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21 and not quite. just taking the touchback. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on second down. Zings it complete to the right. At midfield, he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. The throw. The sure hands. It's Garrison. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They would have needed a boomer from here, a 55-yard field goal attempt, so instead they'll go for it on 4th down. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Great job by the defense there on 4th down. I'll say this, QB sneaks are not a guaranteed play that you're going to get on offense. Everybody thinks it is. You dial it up, it's an automatic first. Not the case. That time, the defensive line was lower. They got more push. There was just nowhere for the quarterback to go. Great job by the D.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the right.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stint of the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
The give to the single back. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off to the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
To throw, it's Flanagan. Gets away. Steps away to find some room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Kansas State quick to the line. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Recent years, fellas, Georgia has kind of had the upper hand in its rivalry with Georgia Tech, but this one is always spirited. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
Slips through the line. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Flanagan. Buys a little time. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Wildcats. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Garrison. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty damn quick.
Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Feeling some heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Split backs here. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Oh, he makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. From the gun, wants to pass. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that pass picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Offense getting set for first down. The lone back's got it. Oh, he just flat ran over it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wildcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it.
He uncorks one deep. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41. Now this offense is back on the field. Goes to the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the run.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Flanagan. Starts to scramble to the left. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over.
Got it! Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, with 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Tulsa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Gets away from one. The ball's free. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a... So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Here's the handoff. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well give it to him again. At the 20, he's got space. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Now the pitch. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. On 4th down, Kansas State will try to move the chains. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Kansas State! And the pummeling has started. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Miami, 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Garrison. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Buying some time. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Kansas State 42, Miami.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Garrison. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Dances away to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Going for the big play. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
He's looking to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Miami 6.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
Open runway ahead. The 40. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense. On that loose ball, it'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on first down from the 30. On the option. Now the pitch. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it out. It's Garrison. He's not even going to make it to the 20, much less the 25. He'll mark it out of bounds at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to get to it. Looking to scramble. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not...
And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on first and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Hurricanes will try to punch it in on first and goal.
29 Philly, 2-9.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Leaves it with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, it's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and then limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to Rutgers. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can and try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen.
And the quarterback is snowed under. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Looking downfield, it's McGowan. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He's loose. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. K-State trying to cannonball their way to a score from the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Still looking, on the move. Fires into the end zone. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pop.